Good morning, students. Now we are going to perform the experiment number 2 of control system lab, that is to determine the steps per revolution and step angle of a stepper motor. In this experiment, we will try to find the step angle of a stepper motor and how many steps it takes to complete one revolution. So basic principle of operation and basic understanding regarding the stepper motor we have completed in third year class. Special machines class we have already learned this. Here we will just physically verify how the steps angle can be measured and how much steps it will take to complete one revolution. Before coming to the experimentation, let us have a quick revision about the stepper motor, how steps angle are being changed and how much steps it will take to complete the revolution. This is the representation of the stepper motor. There are 4 windings at the stator and this is our rotor. At a time we are energizing, there are different possibilities, but in this experiment at a time we are energizing 2 windings of the stator. This is the terminal 1 of winding this is another terminal, similarly terminal 1 and 2. So another terminals of all 4 windings has been shorted as shown here, and the first terminals of these 4 windings remains open for energizing purpose. These 4 windings are getting signals from the push switch in the experimental setup to energize them. So in the beginning we are energizing these 2 windings. At that time rotor takes this position to follow the minimum reluctance path. After this, just we are energizing these 2. In that case, the rotor tries to align to follow the minimum reluctance path and it will switch from here to this direction. If we are switching the phases from these 2 to these 2, in that case rotor position will switch and it will try to align in this direction and after that in this direction. In this way we can see that the rotor rotates by 90 degree at every switching to take the new position. So step angle in this case becomes 90 degree, and in this way if we complete the revolution then we have to switch 4 times, one switching, another switching, third switching and 4th switching. After that it will repeat the previous one. So just by 4 phase combinations we can complete the revolution. This thing we will verify experimentally. Second thing, there is possibility that we can reduce the step angle. How it is possible? There are 2 possibilities, but in this experiment we have more slots in the, more teeth in the rotor. If there are more teeth, for example consider rotors like this. There are 4 teeth here, and if we will energize these 2, in that case this will come in this direction and this will come in this direction. There is the possibility, or this will come in this direction, this will come in this direction, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So the step angle that was 90 degree earlier, here it becomes only half of 90, that is 45 degree. And after that if we are energizing, after this we are energizing this, then the position of this rotor that has been taken here and this is taken here, it will switch here and it will come here. So in this way the step angle becomes 45 degree. So there is another possibility that if the rotor teeth we are increasing, in that case the step angle also decreases. And what is the meaning of step angle decrement? Means the rotor rotates smoothly Okay, the change is not from here to here. It will change, the change at one step it will be from here to here, and so on, like this. The step change is very low. In this way we can complete this cycle. Okay, these two things we will verify in the experimental performance today. So let us see the different components of the hardware, the experiment that we are going to perform today, and how we are operating it. Let us see now. Let us see the experimental setup for stepper motor. This is stepper motor. We can see here, this is the load at this, and this is the motor, and this portion is the control of the motor. These 4 windings at the stator is shown here. This is phase A, phase 3, phase 2 and phase 4, and the last one is the star point. This is the switch that confirms the clockwise and counterclockwise rotation of the stepper motor. Here we can find the angle. This is from 0 to 360 degree, one complete revolution. And this is the switch that will help us to give the switching pulse to enable the phases. If we have to enable these 2 phases, that is possible with the help of this single step switch push button. Okay, and this is the control mode, and this is the free running mode, and we can set the frequency from this probe, that is frequency set. It is already set at low frequency mode. Now let us perform the experimentation. Now we have turned on the setup. This is our control part, and this is our stepper motor. The 0 is already set here. This is single step mode. In the beginning we find that phase 1 and phase 4, these 2 are on. So in the beginning, step 1 we can say phase 1 and phase 4, these 2 are on. Now let us give the switching pulse. Now we have switched phase 1 and phase 2, phase 1 and phase 2. These 2 are switched now. When we switched this, then we can find here there is some change in the angle. Now from 0 it becomes negative some angle, because here we can find it is set at counterclockwise. That's why our rotor is rotating in counterclockwise direction with some angle. Now let us have another push. Push means the switching of the phases that we have done here. We can find now phase 3 and phase 2. Please show here. Phase 2 and phase 3. These 2 are turned in. Now next push, we can find another phases will be turned on, phase 3 and phase 4. So phase 3 and phase 4, it becomes on in fourth step. Let us have another push, another switching of the phases. Now phase A and 4, again it becomes on when we pushed 5th time. So what we can find from here, we can observe that at a time 2 phases are on. At every push there are only 2 phases are on, remaining 2 are not energized. On means energized. This is counterclockwise. Okay. So in this way we can find, we will analyze this outcome later, but before that we should complete the table. Same procedure we will follow for clockwise. Here before following the next, let us see, there is the angle change from 0 to negative direction significantly. Now let us have, please show here. Now let us see the clockwise direction, how the phases are changed. Let us put it 0. We can find now it is at 0 position. Now here the control is in the clockwise direction, so the rotor should rotate in the clockwise direction. So in the first click, when we turn the phase, in this condition phase 3 and phase 4 are on. Now let us have the switching pulse to another phases. So if we will push to another phase, there should be a significant change in the angle. We can find it is other than 0, there is change. And in this condition, phase 3 and phase 2, these two phases becomes on, remainings are off. In third condition, we will check which one is on, first and second. And fourth case, we will see first and fourth. So in this way, in the clockwise direction, in the clockwise direction, we have completed the rotation of the sequence of the phases, and in the counterclockwise, we have seen the sequence of the phases, how it changes. At the fifth one, why we followed up to fifth only? Because at the fifth pulse, it comes to the first step of the system. So this is fifth switch, fifth push. Now third and fourth is turned in. We can find it follow the first one. So in this way, we are switching the phases of the stator, that we can find from here. Now we can verify when we push the counterclockwise. In the beginning, we have given these two phases to come inside. At that time, the rotor position was in this direction, and it aligns in the direction of these. When we push the next combination, the rotor changes its position from minimum reluctance path in this direction towards this direction, and so on. In this way, it completed its cycle. Now let us try to find the steps angle for clock as a counterclockwise direction. For that purpose, we have put the rotor position at 0. We can find from here. With the help of this switch, as we have discussed, we will apply 10 pulse at a time, and for 10 pulse we will note down the total change in angle, and that will be total change will be divided by 10. That will give us the one steps for the rotor. So let us start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After 10 push, we can find it is almost 18 degree. Yes, it is 18 degree almost. So we can note down for 10 pulse, when it was clockwise direction, rotation was clockwise direction, for 10 pulses the angle was almost 18 degree. Next 10 pulse we will provide, and we will note down the angle 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is 38. So from there we can note down. After 20 pulse, 36 degrees there almost. Yes, that is 36, sorry. And in this way, if we complete for 30, 40, 50 for further verification, then we find that it is 54 degree, 72 degree and 90 degree. I have just performed this experiment. After that I am writing this. And similarly, when we will note down the counterclockwise direction, For that purpose, we will push this knob at the counterclockwise direction and bring it to the 0 position. We'll bring the rotor to 0 position. Yes, now it is at 0 position. Yes. Now in 10 pulse, we will see how much the angle is changing in the counterclockwise direction. So let us see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We find that it is minus 18 degree. Let me confirm. This point, this is minus 20 and this is minus 18. So from here we can find either we can say minus direction of in 18 degree or we can say 342 degree. Both are same, don't worry, just the direction of the rotation is different. Next 10 push means 10 switching commutations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will note down. It is, see, it is 30, 36, 336. Let me confirm 3. This is 320, 1, 2, 3, 4, 324. So this is 324 at next one. 20, 30, 40 and 50. In this way, for different pulses, we will find the angle of rotation. Next 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we will note down, it will give us 306. This is 306. So this will be 306. And if in this way we will complete the table, then we will find the next one will be 288 and 270. Okay. So these are the observations that we obtained to find the step angle in the case of stepper motor. What we can observe from here, at 10 pulse, the total change in angle is 18. So for single pulse, we are getting 1.8 degree. So the step angle for this, in this way we can find that is 1.8 degree. Okay. Now to verify the dependency of the stepper motor on the load, we can find there are 3 discs. Inertia load is provided here. So we will check either we have load or we don't have load. In these two conditions, what is the time taken to complete the revolution? We will check now. For that purpose, we will bring our motor in free run mode. Okay, motor is running freely. We are not giving pulse. It is getting pulse automatically. Now we will try to find the time to complete the revolution of this motor. When there are 3 discs, then we will try to find. Take this position. See, we can find here the stepper motor is set at 0 degree and it is in clockwise direction. We will put this in free run mode and we will try to find how much time it will take to complete 5 revolution with 3 discs. These are the load in the form of disc. Okay. So start now, free run mode. Now timer is started. We try to find the time to complete it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. To complete the 5th revolution, it has taken 27 26.9 second. So to complete, what we can write here, to complete 4 revolution, 5 revolution, it took 26.9 second. It is. Now we will reduce the load and try to find what is happening, either it is taking same time or different time. So let us reduce the disk from three disks to 2 disks. So we are reducing the, make sure you have turned off the system before reducing the disk. Reducing the disk means you are reducing the inertia load. Make it properly tight. Now fix the 0 position once again by turn it on first, then bring it at 0 position. Now it is at 0 position. Okay. Now we will see how much time it takes to complete the 5 revolution. So bring it in free run mode. Okay, please start now. Yes, timer has been started. We will count 1, 2 cycle, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it is almost 26.45. There is human error, due to that it is not exactly same. This is 26.45. In this way, if we will try to find with different load, when 3 disks are there, 2 disks are there, 1 disk are there, 0 disk are there, we will find almost similar rating for all the cases. In this way, we can say that there is no effect of the loading at the time to complete the revolution in the case of stepper motor. Either we will do clockwise direction or we will do counterclockwise direction. We will get the similar reading for both the cases. This way, the stepper motor completes its revolution irrespective of the load. It takes the similar time, either it is having 3 disks, 2 disks, 1 disk or no disk. In this way, we can say it is load independent. The time to complete the revolution is load independent.